everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Emily from Emily Cromwell Designs and I design colorful and happy bookish merch for readers. Today, or I should say this week, is a very fun week because one, we are starting to pack up the April Emily Cromwell Designs boxes, and two, my birthday is this weekend. So I am officially gonna be turning a new decade. I will be entering my 30s. I'm officially will be able to feel like Jenna Rink. I'm gonna have my 13 going on 30 moment, and this is like I think the one birthday where I was like a little bit like kind of down in the dumps leading up to it because I'm like, where did my 20s go? They kind of just went but you know what, here we are. I'm embracing it and it's gonna be a good new decade. I'm putting that out into the universe now. Good vibes only. That's all I'm going for my 30s. But I have probably like 30 minutes until I have to leave because I actually have to go get my hair cut today because can't tell with it in a ponytail, but it's getting very long again. And I have my engagement photo shoot with Chris coming up in a few weeks, so I wanted to have my hair a bit shorter and looking a bit nicer for that. Before I head out to that, I'm going to try to start laminating the bookmarks for the boxes. A problem that I ran into for these boxes is one, the socks were delayed in transit and didn't arrive until last night, and then the boxes themselves that I need to actually like ship them have also been delayed. Supposedly those will be coming next week, but I do have a good chunk of boxes left over from like past boxes shipping out. So I was down here all day yesterday like folding the boxes, getting everything unboxed product wise to get ready for packing things because I only have, I mean it kind of works out that the products were delayed and then the boxes are delayed because I'm not going to be able to pack on Friday anyways, because I don't know about you guys, but my mom and I, we like to make birthdays like a multiple day celebration. So I was going to be taking it off Friday anyways to be heading over to this like big outdoor like shopping center to just kind of like do something out of the ordinary. And then my birthday launch and sale is coming up this weekend. When you're watching this video it will have already happened, but coming up this weekend. But I have everything good to go for that, and you guys are going to be very proud of me because for the first time in probably months I have almost all the products already listed, scheduled to go live, and we are several days out from when the launch is happening. My track record the past few launches has been like the night before, 24 hours before. It would be very stressful, but I did better this time, so that was good. But I do have something to show you guys before we start on the bookmarks. 1 second. Okay, does anyone know what I have here? I'm so excited! So you know how I had talked probably a little bit ago about how I was getting samples made of desk mats? Well, those came in, and you guys over on Instagram stories actually helped me to decide which ones to get made into desk mats. So I'm going to start off with 2 different designs. I mean, I would love to do like 6 different designs, but with right now kind of being like my slow season for orders, I don't want to invest so much money into so many up front because you have to buy a minimum of 100 per design. That would be 600 desk mats, and considering this is the first time I've ever done them, I don't want to buy that many and then they just flop and don't sell and I'm stuck with 600 desk mats. Can you imagine? That would not be good. So we're gonna do 2 different designs, so I'm gonna have 200 total. So the first one, oh my gosh, the colors on these came out phenomenal. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look how fun! I love this. The colors are awesome. The quality, top tier. So good. I'm so obsessed with it. And then the other one that you guys voted on to get made into a desk mat is this one. So this one is my bookish florals design. I think this was probably the first bookish pattern I ever did 4 years ago now. 4 years ago. And it continues to be like one of my most popular things, and you guys really wanted this one on there. So I'm going to be getting those 2 made into I was going to say book sleeves. Not book sleeves, into desk mats, and I think the production time is like 30 days or so. So that will probably be like a June launch. May maybe. It depends on when I get them. So yeah, so that's exciting. So I just want to show you guys those. Okay, I've been talking so long now. We have like 20 minutes to do the bookmarks. So we are going to see what we can get done of those. And real quick, I'm going to show you a quick little video clip after this. I woke up this morning to a cow in my backyard. It's not unusual for me to have a cow in my backyard because my neighbor has a farm with like goats, donkeys, roosters, chickens, cows, everything. But this one, I haven't seen this cow before. And I'm calling him Oreo because he's like black and white and he's really cute. So meet Oreo. Mom's over here outside braving the elements trying to get a picture of this cow up close. This guy is so unfazed. He's like, woman, can I just like eat my breakfast in peace, please? Oh my gosh. I hope it doesn't run at her. Oh my god. She's braver than me. Oh my god. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Alright guys, time has quickly passed and I need to head out. The girl that cuts my hair is actually a friend of mine that I went to high school with, so we usually end up talking for a little bit. So hopefully I'm not there too long because my mom also goes at the same time and we swap off getting our hair cut, so we're usually there like a good 2.5 hours. So I will be back very soon and then we will start getting the assembly line together for, I'm still laminating, that's why I keep like leaning forward, but we will get the assembly line together for the boxes and then we will see if we can start getting some packed up. Hello guys, I'm back. Got my hair all did. Alright, it is 1 p.m. now. I told you I was gonna be gone a while. We ended up talking for a hot second. So we are going to start packing up the assembly line for where I'm gonna be packing the boxes. I thought it would be really fun. Okay, I just tried to lift it and it didn't even come up. That was embarrassing. This, I'm gonna be, why did I just say this? I think, let me back up. I'm thinking I want to use my desk mats to pack on. I feel like that would be fun. Maybe like, you know what though? I haven't revealed them yet though on Instagram and I'm filming this as a setup thing. You know what? Maybe it'll be like a fun promo where I can be like, do you notice anything in the video? And people will be like, oh, desk mats. So yeah, okay, we're gonna do that. So I am going to get everything set up. We will start getting things ready to go. Alright, so what I should have done first is, you almost can't even see me because these are so tall. These notebooks are actually going to be going into the box first, so these actually have to be over here. So I need to move the notepads. Should have done that first, but you know what? I wasn't thinking, so that's alright. We're just gonna put these here for now, because I also have to bring the socks down, because I like to try to set up the assembly table so that all the products are in the order of how they're going to be put into the box, just to kind of make things flow a little bit easier, and yeah, just makes things easier. AKA socks. Woo! Thinking I'll maybe put these in here. It's not by any means big enough to fit all the socks that I bought, and I do have extras, because like when you buy the socks from this manufacturer, you have to buy in hundreds, and I didn't sell 300 boxes, so, but I have 300 socks, so we're gonna have extra socks. Yeah. I knew I was forgetting something. Ah, darn. Oh gosh, I knew I was forgetting something. The whole time I was getting things together this morning, I'm putting things together, I'm like, you're missing something. You are missing something. And I'm like, I have all the products. I have the thank you cards. You know what I don't have? I've been off my game. I forgot to buy inside like sticker things to match theme of the box. How did I forget that? So now I'm debating, do I want to take the time to custom print a sticker to match right now, or do I just want to use, just rip one off here, my Happy Things Are Inside sticker. I mean, this kind of matches the theme, at least with the blue and the pink. I mean, I use blue and pink for everything, so that's relevant. I think I'm just gonna do this because it's almost 2 now, and if I have to take time to design that, get that all printed, that's gonna take me a while, and I want to start getting orders packed for people. So, and this is a very like minuscule detail. It's like the most smallest one. So, crisis averted, and we will get back to packing now. So then, the only other thing I have left to do now before starting to pack is just refilling my bin here for my crinkle paper, and then we are good to go ahead and start. Okay, so before I start packing, I wanted to show you guys the products up close. So the first product in the April Emily Cromwell Designs box is going to be this notebook. So we've got lined pages inside, and then you open it up and it's a pretty cute polka dot pattern matching the colors on the outside. So that is the first product. And then the next one in the box is a notepad. So every box that I do always has a notepad, sticky notes, and a bookmark, and then about like 2 to 4 other surprise products, usually 3 or 4 depending on how much they cost for me to get. There's always those 3 products plus other surprise products. So this is the notepad for this one, and the theme for this box is Bookstore Cottage, if you couldn't tell by the cottagecore vibe. And then our sticky notes, we have some books and mushrooms and a sky, so you can write your notes in the sky. And I think one of my, I always say like one of my favorites, but I love everything, so I'm biased because I drew it all and created it all. But one of my favorite bookmarks I think I've done for these boxes so far is this one. It makes me so happy. I just like love the colors, and it's like springtime vibes, and it just makes me smile. And then speaking of smiling, another thing that makes me happy is how these vinyl sticker sheets came out. I mean, I'm so happy with these. I just think they're so like upbeat, and I hope it makes everybody smile that gets them. And the final product in this box is we brought back some socks. So I did socks for the October box, and a lot of you guys were asking if I could do socks again. So here they are, and like I said, I have a bunch extra of them. I don't know why. I mean, again, I think this just goes with the slow season, and I'm still in my first year of doing these subscription boxes. Being totally upfront and honest, this was my least selling box of all the ones that I've done. I started in July, so I've done a July box, October, January, and then April box. So this is my fourth one. It's the least selling one out of all of them, which is fine. I'm not gonna let it get me down, but because, you know, I mean, with business, things ebb and flow, and right now, like I said, this is a pretty universal slow season for businesses, and at least for me, this is always my slow season. But we still sold. We sold a great, I'm saying we, I'm sure a lot of people have noticed that. I always, like, when I'm talking about my business, I always switch back and forth between we and I. It's just me. Like, it's me over here, but you know, I say we sometimes because I'm talking about like Emily Cromwell Designs, like we, and I don't know. Anyways, what was I saying? What was I saying? I went off on a tangent. No, I was saying that I sold a lot of boxes despite it being the least selling box. So I think we sold 220 boxes, I think, which is still an awesome amount. So happy that everyone is still liking these and enjoying these. I put like so much of my heart and soul into not just these boxes, like everything that I do, but especially with these boxes, because it's a lot of work, not just to curate a subscription box, but when you're the one drawing everything for the subscription box, it's even more work because it takes so much time. Because like if you look at this, you're like, oh, it's a sticker sheet, but like I have to draw every single individual icon that you see, and it takes me a while because I like to do a lot of detailed work. But honestly, I'm in love with my job, so thank you guys for letting me to get to do this for a living. It's just literally a dream come true. So I'm gonna stop babbling because the time is passing on by, and we're gonna start packing some boxes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. Time has flown on by. I am starving, like starving. So I'm gonna buy the labels for the ones that we did pack today, get that done, eat some dinner, and then can't catch my breath. Catch my breath for a second. And then we will be back down here again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. And we will be packing up as much as we can. Again, I only have so many boxes here right now because they are delayed in transit. And I can't pack the Emily Cromwell Designs box without the box. So So I'm gonna get through the rest of the boxes that we have here tomorrow, and then probably I think they're supposed to get here either Saturday or Monday. So I will be able to finish packing up the rest of them next week. But that is it for right now. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. I have my supervisor here today. He is going to be overseeing the second day of starting to pack up the April boxes. What do you think? Are you ready for the job? You ready? Nope, they're that way. Oh, hi. Hi. Yeah, so get this guy down. Today's day 2 of packing up the boxes. I feel like I got cat hair all over my face now. You're a very fluffy dude. So I just took a picture that I'm going to be posting on Instagram on my actual birthday, and my mom was like, oh, I have the perfect thing to include in the photo. Ready for this? I don't know how this happened. I feel like I was just 19, 20, 21. When did this happen? Like, I would like to please know who pressed the fast forward button on my life. How am I gonna be 30? 30. Are the boxes okay? Good quality? Do you see he takes his job very seriously? He's checking boxes right now. If it feels good on his face when he rubs against it, they get a passing score. Anyways, yeah, so we have, I think we only have like 20, 25, 1, 2, 3, maybe 30 boxes here to be able to pack these. Like I said, the boxes themselves were a bit delayed and they are not here yet. Don't knock my lemonade over, please. I'm only able to pack with the boxes that we do have here today. So that is what we're going to be doing. Depending on the time we have, I may print out some orders to start packing some book sleeves from the book sleeve launch that went up a few days ago, and start packing those, because then I have to do some errands later, and then I'm not working tomorrow because I'm taking Friday off for pre-birthday celebrations. But then Saturday is actually when my big birthday extravaganza sale and launch goes live. So, ow, my wrist just snapped. Did you hear that? Ow. I'm gonna be bringing you guys along with me for that when it goes live. So we are gonna be hanging out together for a while. So sit back, grab your favorite tea, coffee, lemonade. I am a strawberry lemonade type of gal, and we're gonna get on to it. Are we checking products? Okay, that does not have like a solid floor, so your little feet are, what are we doing? Honey? All right, so he's checking the coloring books right now. What do you think? Do they feel good, nice and sturdy? All right, are we gonna look at washi tape next? Do you need help down, honey? There's a box right here if you want to jump. Yay! Good job! Hi, dude! Hi, dude! Dude! How you doing? Hi! Okay, so I got all the boxes that I had here packed up, so I'm officially all out of boxes. I have no more. So I'm going to buy the shipping labels for all of these, and then time permitting, I think I'll have time, I'm gonna try to get a few book sleeves packed too. Alrighty, it is book sleeve time, so I'm going to get them all set up over here, and then we will get some packed. I will say too that I do have extras of both of these book sleeves. So it is the Italy stamp design and then also the Paris dog. So I got a good bit quantity made for these. So we do have some extras. So those are in the shop. But yes, so these are the ones that I'm gonna pack up. And I printed out some orders where it's like, where they ordered like just the book sleeves, because with the time crunch I have right now, that's gonna be the easiest I can do because I can just grab and go. So we are gonna see how many we can get done here in the next hour or so. Alright, so I ran out of the current poly mailers that I was using, but I bought some new ones the other day. Guess what color they are? You will never guess. Seriously. They're pink! And they are pink glitter. I mean, they don't actually glitter. That would be pretty awesome. I would love that. But they are made to look like pink glitter. So, we are gonna switcheroo and start packing with those ones. I just like love packing with like just like happy colored, what am I trying to say, like shipping supplies. I've been wanting, like, you know how I use like white boxes to pack things? I've been wanting to get like pink boxes, but of course they cost like a bunch more per box, and I'm like, I don't want to have to raise shipping prices just for pink boxes. So I'm staying with the white ones, but luckily I'm able to find pink poly mailers and bubble mailers. Okay, so we are down to the last order that I've printed out. I think this is probably the largest book sleeve order I've packed in a while. They bought 7 book sleeves in one order. Thank you so much. Okay, so we ended up, holy moly, we got a lot packed today. Get my hair out of my face. Okay, so that is all we're going to get to today. So I will see you guys on Saturday for my birthday launch. So we're gonna see how that goes. Big birthday extravaganza. And then I thought it might be fun to like take you guys along with me on Saturday. I'm gonna be going on the North of Boston Bookshop Trail event, and so you guys can come book shopping with me. We can see, kind of discover some fun little bookstores in New England. So I'm going to bring you guys along with me for that too. So don't go anywhere. I will see you Saturday. Hello everybody. So it has been a few days since I last filmed. I had all the best intentions to film my Saturday morning birthday launch. Sorry, this hair keeps, what it's doing. Sorry. Jeez. Let me get that. Okay. Like I said, I had the best intentions. However, as you know, usually my launches are 11 a.m. on a Saturday. However, because I had plans on Saturday, I had to switch from my usual launch time to a much earlier time that I've never done before, 9:30 a.m. in the morning. And I didn't plan the best, I guess, because by the time I got up, had breakfast, sat down, got on my computer to get everything pulled up and ready to go, it was already lunchtime, and I did not have a free minute to get the camera ready and film and do an intro to the day, and I was a bit flustered, and then I needed to immediately leave to go on the bookshop trail event that I was going on. So the sun's now, I need like sunglasses right now. Here we are. It's Wednesday. And because of not being able to really do much this weekend, well, at all in terms of business, because I was so busy my birthday weekend, I didn't have time to edit my video that was supposed to go up last week, which was supposed to be this video. So you're getting this video this week. So we're kind of all over the place. We're a little bit jumbled. However, the launch went amazingly well. I'm forgetting off the top of my head how many orders I got. Let me check. Ooh, okay, so I always like to compare it to like my previous year of how the sale did. So this was my best one yet. So I got 168 orders for the birthday launch. Thank you if you placed an order, I appreciate it. And also thank you to everybody that wished me a happy birthday. I'm so grateful for you guys. This was by far the best birthday, not just birthday, but birthday weekend I've had in a long time. The one before that was many, many, many years ago when I went to Disney for my birthday, but this one takes the cake, no pun intended, because it was just a total bookish weekend. And I wanted to, originally I was gonna film and bring you guys along, but it just, like I said, it didn't end up working out. But I have a lot of pictures to show you guys, so I am going to keep talking, but I'm going to put up pictures so I can show you everything that we did. So on Saturday it was called, I might get this wrong, but the North of Boston Book Trail event, something like that. But basically it was 16 different bookshops were taking place in this challenge, all north of Boston, and it was like a passport challenge where you had a passport and your challenge was to go to as many of the 16 bookshops that you could. Now you had 2 days to do it. You had Saturday and Sunday. However, Sunday was my birthday, so we only did it on Saturday because we were doing something else on Sunday. However, they said this was a first annual event, okay? So they're going to be doing this every year. And we just got really sunny. They're going to be doing this every single year the weekend before my birthday. I'm so excited. So I told Chris, I'm like, you know what we're doing every year, so put this like in Sharpie in your calendar, because we're doing this every single year. So I'm stoked about that, because it also just so happened to fall on Independent Bookstore Day, which was April 27th. So it was a really fun weekend. So I'm gonna pull up my phone here so I know what I'm talking, like I know what photos I'm talking about when I'm showing you guys, because I took a lot of photos. Alrighty, so it doesn't sound like many, however, it was a full day. We only made it to 7 bookshops. However, it was a jam-packed day. It was a very busy day. So the first one that we went to was the Bookshop of Beverly Farms. It was honestly like the cutest little bookshop. It reminded me of something you would probably see in like a Hallmark movie, and she walks down the street and goes into this cute little quaint bookstore. It was so adorable. It was our first stop of the day. We decided to go to the farthest bookshop first, so it took us probably like an hour and a half to get up here. And if you've never been to Beverly, Mass, can I just say, like, if you're nearby, take some time to go, because not only do they have cute bookstores, but it's just a really cool town, and houses were gorgeous. The downtown seemed fun. It was just a really cute town. So went in there, immediately walked in, just got the biggest smile on my face because it was just so cute. And I was like, oh my gosh, it finally like hit me. I was like, we are going to have a day full of books. And I was so excited. And even though Chris is not a reader, he went with me and went into all the bookstores, and I just really appreciated it, and it meant a lot to me because he's more of like an antiques store kind of guy, and he's not a reader by any means, so it just meant a lot that he went with me. So I ended up getting 3 books from this bookstore. I wanted to challenge myself to get buy at least one thing from every store, and I will say I did end up doing that. But the first book I got was Gothicana. It says on the front, A Tale of Dark Romance. I have seen this book around for so long now, and I love a good dark romance, and it's really funny, you're gonna notice a theme here with all the books I ended up getting throughout my whole birthday weekend. A lot of the books have dark covers and kind of like dark romance vibes, and it's totally clashes with like my personality and my love of pink and aqua and bright colors. But you know, it's funny because for some reason, my personality, I like darker books. Like, I don't like light, fluffy rom-com books. Like, they're not my cup of tea. And I love books with angst and drama and heartache, and books that just, like, main character has to grovel for the other, and I love it. Because I love the slow burn build up to the romance. Like, enemies to lovers, that's my favorite thing. So I got that, and I also got the Foxglove King, and I've just been, again, hearing so much about it, and I saw it and I was like, okay, I can't just get one book. I saw this one, I gotta get this, and then I saw another one, and then this book has been on my radar for a while. It's A Fate Inked in Blood, and it is the first book in a new series, and it also happens to be a special edition book. I don't have many, well, really, I don't think I have any special edition books. I think I have one. No, I do have one. I have Iron Flame with black sprayed edges. But this will be actually my third, because the Gothicana book actually has purple sprayed edges, but this one is like aqua sparkle edges. Like the whole thing glitters and sparkles. So pretty. I was so excited, and it was really fun at this bookstore because they had this like wheel that you could spin it to win a prize, and my mom won a tote bag and I won 10% off your whole order. And then they also had like a freebie cart. Anyone that bought something over $25, you could get something off the freebie cart, so that was fun. And then also in Beverly, we went to our second bookstore of the day, which was Copper Dog Books. And little fun fact, that is actually a bookstore that stocks my products, so if you are in the Beverly area, make sure to check them out. Another fun fact, this is the first store I've ever visited that carries my products wholesale. I have never seen it before in person, so it was really, really surreal, and I was just so excited. So they carried my magnets, and my mom first saw those. She's like, oh my god, it's you. And of course she's like, get up there, I gotta get your picture. And then I had actually found my magnetic bookmarks, and that was super fun. I was like, oh my gosh, I made those. So that was really fun to see those. And okay, so what I ended up buying from there was I bought the book Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I've never read any of Ali Hazelwood's books before. However, I think it was Book Talk where I saw this, but it sounded good. It's vampire and werewolf, and that is my kind of book. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna get it. And then I came across the cutest socks I have ever seen, and I own a lot of socks, so that says something. These adorable little kitty paw socks, and I had showed my mom. I was like, look how cute this is. She's like, is that ice cream? I'm like, no mom, those are cat feet. And she goes, oh, I thought it was ice cream. She cracks me up. Third stop of the day, we went over to Salem, Massachusetts. I love that town. It is such a neat little town to walk around if you ever get the time. But we went to Wicked Good Books, and I've been to Salem a few times, and I've never been to this bookstore, so it was fun to kind of explore something new. I didn't end up finding any books there that I wanted. They didn't have like the biggest like romance fantasy section, so I didn't find any books that I wanted, and the fantasy ones they did have I already owned or read already, so that was that. But like I said, I wanted to buy something from each store to support them on Independent Bookstore Day, so I got this magnet and it says, in my next life I want to be a bookstore cat, and I'm like, that is the most truest statement I have ever heard, so that is an automatic must. And then I found this shirt and it says, I like books more than people. I was like, you know what, that's accurate. I'm an introvert, and I had to get it. And I think I also got, they had like this cute like strawberry gift wrap that I'm gonna use for Mother's Day, so got that. And then the next bookstore we went to was such a cute bookstore. So this is Saltwater Bookstore. Just the logo was the cutest thing, and like design wise it was just really visually aesthetically pleasing, and I just loved it. It reminded me of like something you would see maybe in like the Summer I Turned Pretty TV show series. It was just so cute. It was perfection. Again, it wasn't really a store that had a lot of romance. They had some fantasy, but again, it was a lot of books I've already read, so I didn't find any books there. My mom actually got a cute kind of like summer rom-com book there, so she got a book. However, Chris pointed out this lavender lemonade candle, and he knows how much I love lemonade. I was like, oh my gosh, and it smells phenomenal, so I got that for our living room. And then the next bookstore we went to was, I think you pronounce it White Lamb Books. This one was in Reading, Mass, and there I got The Hemlock Queen, which is the follow-up book to The Foxglove King. And I was like, you know what, I've heard so many great things about this book series. I know I'm gonna love it, so let's just get the sequel while we're at it. And then we went over to Concord, the Concord Bookshop. Little fun fact while we're here is that I haven't been to Concord in many years, and the first time I ever went there, this was back before we knew I was non-celiac, gluten intolerant, and that I was allergic and I couldn't eat gluten and also couldn't eat dairy. And my mom and I ate at a restaurant. Now this was back in, I was in high school, so this was a while ago, and we ate food, and I had noticed while eating didn't feel the best. Then we went on walking down the main street. Went to an art store and we're sitting there, and I was like, Mom? She goes, yeah? I'm like, I'm gonna get sick, I don't feel good. And my mom and I literally had to sprint down the street to get to like the public restroom area, like sprint, because I was about to just throw up everywhere. And we literally just made it. I couldn't even make it into the stall, but we got there and my mom told the story, and we were reminiscing, and we walked by the public restroom, we walked by the restaurant, we walked by the art store we ran out of, and she's like, let me get your picture here, let me get your picture over here for memories. And it was funny too. I can laugh about it now, but at the time I was not laughing. But at the Concord Bookshop, I ended up getting Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. A lot of people, after I got this book, messaged me being like, just so you know, it's really spicy. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't mind like spice in my books, but again, I don't like overly spicy. I like the perfect amount of spice. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm excited. I think it's a college sports romance, and I haven't read a college one in a while, so that'll be fun. And then the last bookstore we went to was the Silver Unicorn Bookstore. This one is over in Acton, and this was a really cute store, and I ended up getting 2 books from here. I got Mountains Made of Glass, which is like a fairy tale retelling, Beauty and the Beast. So excited. Chris and I noticed a theme with a lot of the books I buy have skulls on the front, and I was like, you know what, they do now that you mention it. And then the other book that I bought was Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. Again, this one has been on my TBR list for quite some time, so finally got around to getting that. Okay, so where I'm sitting right now, the blinds are producing a shadow right on my face, so I apologize. I don't have curtains, so I can't block it. However, I hope this still is enjoyable. Oh, that's a little better. Thank you, clouds. Anyway, so that was Saturday. It was so much fun. And then my birthday, it was just another bookish day. Went to Books A Million, went down to an Alice in Wonderland tea shop, and then went to Barnes & Noble. It was a great day. All in all, my birthday weekend book haul, I made a joke to Chris. I was like, watch, I'm gonna end up with like 30 books for 30. I ended up with 40 new books just from 2 days. Between the bookshop trail event, Books A Million, Barnes & Noble, and books I got as presents. 40 new books. However, although I don't have room for them right now, like a home, because my bookcase is full, Chris and I, actually some fun news is that we have been trying to brainstorm what we want to do in terms of where we want to live when we're married. And so we've settled on a perfect solution because the housing market, at least here in Mass, is atrocious. I don't know how people are affording houses up here because I certainly can't afford it. You can have like a tiny 1-bedroom house, just 1,000 square feet or less. It's like over 500,000. Like, it's not happening. So we've come up with the perfect idea, and we are actually going to be building an addition onto my mom's house because we've lived here anyways for, I mean, Chris and, well, I've lived here for a long time since my mom and I moved up here, but Chris has actually lived here with us for 7 years now. So he's used to living here, and but we still want that like independence. So what we're going to be doing is kind of getting the best of both worlds, and we're going to be building an addition onto this house, and it's going to be like its own living room, own bedroom, own kitchen, own laundry dryer, your own basement, bathroom, everything. So we're excited. So actually this room right, gosh, this light, jeez, this is awful. This room right here, this is really awful, I apologize. This room right here is actually our bedroom, and it's gonna be turning into my own hangout space because like how the room is set up, like the other side is like the living room, and it's really like Chris's man cave over there because he has like his huge TV, and I have like a little TV like right here. This is like my little hangout spot. So this is my little TV corner. So I'm gonna keep this here. However, the whole room, I'm gonna turn it into like my little hangout room. So I'm gonna be making a little library up here with several bookcases, really comfy reading chair or sofa, and of course like a pink fluffy rug. And then I want to get like an exercise bike, and it's just going to be a fun, like my room, and I'm very excited. So I don't know why I got off on that tangent. Do you guys remember? Oh yeah, because I don't have enough space for books. So I will have, oh my gosh, this light. Let me, hold on. Does this help? Here we go. Let me move a little bit. Let's do this. Okay, that's a little better. So I'm gonna have room for my books soon. That, I think that will be completed. I think they said either end of this year or beginning of next year. So it's gonna be very interesting. Filming all my studio vlogs this year because the side of the house where they're building on is where my studio is, in the basement. So that'll be thrilling. Yeah. So we're gonna work it out. We're gonna see how we can try to make it least invasive as possible in terms of noise. So we're gonna figure something out. But so that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I apologize again that I wasn't able to film my launch, but again, it was amazing, and thank you guys so much. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. In the next video, we're just gonna be packing orders from my birthday launch, from orders before that, orders after that. It's gonna be a big order packing video because I have a lot of open orders right now. I had, oh, there we go. I had actually gotten a bit behind in packing orders this week because I ended up at having to get an urgent appointment at the eye doctor because one of the fun about having Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is, at least I have this, not everyone with this has it, but I get severely dry eyes, like very, very painful. And my eyes, I mean, I've had the dry eyes since middle school, but for some reason lately it's been bothering me more, and like I've been in so much pain in my eyes, and I had to go in yesterday and they had to like do numbing drops to like numb my eyes to get rid of the pain for me. I'm like, thank you. It's awful. But I'm supposed to be starting this like ointment at night, but I tried it and I don't like it because it makes my eyes really blurry, and my anxiety makes me freak out because I'm like, what if the blurriness doesn't go away? I don't like it, but I'm gonna try it. Then I also saw there's like some glasses you can wear during the day. They're called like, I don't know if they're called moisture chamber glasses or something, but they look like regular reading glasses. They're not prescription or anything. They have like something on the side where it like blocks the air flowing around you, so it makes your eyes kind of hold in moisture a bit more. So I might try that at some point, I don't know. But then I also noticed wearing eye makeup really makes it worse. So I might not be wearing as much makeup in my coming videos. Like right now I have none on. It's something I've also been like trying to get used to as I get older, is I don't like wearing makeup much. I like doing eye makeup, but like it hurts so much now, so we'll see. But I ended up buying this mascara that's supposedly non-flake, because what I run into is when it flakes, it bothers my eyes. So hopefully this works when it gets delivered. We'll see. But I'm going on a tangent. I think that's because I'm just so happy to be hanging out with you guys after not goodness, my hair, after not filming for the past several days. So I'm just happy to be hanging out with you guys. So I am going to stop talking now. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next week, and I hope you are reading some amazing books. I have 40 books I will soon be making my way through, and I will update you guys. Oh, and next video I will make sure to do my end of April reading recap, because I read a good amount of books in April. Some I didn't love. I know someone mentioned, they're like, do you love every book you read? No, I don't. I really don't. But it just so happens the past few months have been good ones until April. So I will fill you guys in on that. And I hope you guys are doing amazingly well. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.